You cannot hide behind those frames, those glasses. This is a woman. The first thing that you should notice is that the left eye appears to be a little wonky. Doesn't appear to sit the same way as the right eye. And though this person appears to have large bottom teeth or wide bottom teeth, the top dental arch is very narrow. Also, the cheekbones appear very soft. The ears do appear very large, but this person is pretty advanced in age. But still, there's no brow ridge whatsoever. And the eyes are not very far back into the skull. This person has a very, very soft look. Here you can really see the grandma face. Very soft eyes, but still wonking out like crazy. That forehead is very, very small. The neck is very small. The trachea is very narrow. That's very small for a man's trachea. And, you know, this person can't hide behind this crazy fashion. This person has very soft sloped shoulders. Look at the slight sloping shoulders. And again, hiding behind those glasses, there is no pronounced brow at all. That is a very, very small straight up and down forehead. We have very soft, feminine, although wonky eyes. We have a narrow top dental arch and very soft, not pronounced cheeks. No Adam's apple here, and look at that tiny, tiny wrist. You know, all this fashion has always been there to hide their bodies. So even though this person's wearing a suit, they have very soft shoulders. And again, do you see how bizarre the eyes look? Obviously, this head is way small and these shoulders are very small. The neck is short and very thin and narrow. There's no real Adam's apple in the throat, it's just a tiny little lump. Small hands and female digit ratio, of course. It just looks like a soulless, zoned out grandma on testosterone in a very ugly suit. Looks like she's raging out a little bit from all that testosterone, huh? And again, look at that soft, feminine gaze. If you can get past the wonky eye, it's totally a woman's face. And here we can really see, because they're not wearing glasses, that there's just no brow ridge at all. And we can see the very tiny humerus bones and those very delicate wrists. Here we're just looking at a young butch girl. I don't know if any of you've ever been around any young lesbians, but I've seen plenty of athletic girls with bodies like that. I mean, really closely look at that body. Look at those prominent kneecaps. Look at that tiny little wrist. Trying to cock the hip out, but definitely has female hips anyway. And really, I mean, just no brow ridge, no slope to the forehead. Totally a female face. See, that's why this makes such a good drag queen, because RuPaul is a faux queen. She looks so good in drag because she's a girl on a lot of tea. Look at that feminine trapezius. I mean, look at that face. That's a feminine gaze. And again, you can really see it almost has you see the female Q angle. You see the grandma face with the zonky, wonky eye. You know, she can try, but she still can't hide those very short, trannified T-Rex tranny arms. We're just looking at a tall female to male, a tall FTM, with all the secondary sex characteristics of a woman. And herein lies the problem, because most of us were never truly made aware of the actual secondary sex characteristics of men and women. These motherfuckers could just shove this FTM in front of us as a faux queen, and we believed that this was a drag queen. And we believed that this was somebody. There it is with Jane Fonda. Look at how big his face is versus... it's disgusting. RuPaul's just a tall FTM and Jane Fonda is just a very short MTF. Do you see how they try to use the dress to make it look like she has broad man's shoulders when she really has this soft feminine trapezius, a very short humerus, and very small hands with a very small, tiny feminine wrist? It's so obvious this is a faux queen. And you see how she always does this thing with her mouth to try to make her mouth look bigger? Because if you look at the top teeth, she has this tiny little feminine dental arch. She's just trying to make her mouth look big like a man's. She's got the wonky, zonky, granny tranny. It's gross.